Hey folks, how you doing? This is Kurt Von Onen, your host of the Mañana morning check-in. It is still morning, so I feel like I'm actually doing pretty good today. And wow, with the ums and everything, what's going on with me today? I must be really tired. This week, as I put up on previous posts, previous lives, updates that I've posted from the location, some of you may know that I've been out doing the training class for the County of Los Angeles and teaching people how to run the election center, not run the election center, but from the IT perspective of how to maintain the election equipment, service them, troubleshoot them, and how to use the tools and the help centers that they have provided them to help them find success with maintaining the vote center and keeping it going. I love it. So first couple of days was like train the trainer. Last couple of days was me running a class with 80 people in it. For people that are following along on LinkedIn that are connected to me as a speaker and a coach or a part of a speaker coach organization, like if you're in one of Jake Ballantyne's groups or something like that, what a fantastic experience. And it's weird because like the county needs something, so people in a classroom is cool, right? But think about all the schools that are closed and the masking and all this remote work and all of us working on Zoom for the last 2 years. Well, this particular project twice since COVID broke out has had me in a classroom full of students teaching, and it's a live teaching event. So for me, it's perfect. Because if I don't keep using these tools, if I don't keep expanding and talking and relating to people face to face, tangibly, and some of you might argue, but you want a fist bump, shake my hand, you want to give me a hug, I don't care. I've got really good resiliency in this regard. I take care of myself, I monitor myself, they take our temperature every day, I wash my hands, all of these things. But as a driven person that thrives on interpersonal communication, I need this and I get this through this event. Not only that, I really feel it's my way of paying it forward. I think voting is hugely important in our country. No matter what side of any argument you want to be on, voting in a free country is an important thing. And this is my way of paying it forward and making sure that it's done with as much integrity as I can possibly interject into the process. I love it. So I've done that all this week. Today was a catch-up day. I just met with one of my dealers for the Power Sport Academy. And folks, again, rewarding, adding value to people, watching them grow, and then being able to take key performance indicators, put them on a chart and go, here's the discussion we had in October. Let's take a look at your May numbers. So May, June, July, August, look what you're doing. Look at this. If we put this on a chart so you can see the growth, are you getting excited? How are you feeling about this, what we talked about in training a month ago? How about 2 weeks ago? Do you remember when we talked about this 8 weeks ago? When I consult with my dealers, people are like, how do you keep everything straight? Every conversation I have with people goes into a notebook. And I used to do it in OneNote, but it's kind of rude to be clickety-clackety on the keyboard. And so I just went back to paper and pen while I'm doing these Zoom calls. And I just keep notating things down. And when I'm talking to somebody on a coaching call, I can literally go back and go, okay, give me just a moment. Here's where we were in June. On June 12th, we had this conversation. What steps did you take after that call to get to this resolution? Okay, so let's revisit what we talked about, right? And it's that sense of gently holding people accountable and helping them to grow. Today was one of those days where I said, let's take a look at your key performance indicators. Threw up a chart that I had made for him. He wasn't aware that I had been making that. And I said, here's your numbers, May, June, July, August. This is what you did May. This is what you did June. This is what you did in July. You had a little bit of a dip here. What happened? Did you send people to training? Did you have a customer problem? Did you have a large warranty job take you out of play, right? To have these conversations. Here's where you hired somebody. Look at your numbers jump. We were worried about hiring somebody and seeing the numbers go down. But if we take a look at revenue and all these things, all of these things continue to climb while your efficiency dipped a little bit. But if we look at your goal from last October, it's always good to have your numbers, right? If you look at your goals from last October, you had already grown the business well past your goal that you set last October. And when you added that new person and your efficiency went down, That efficiency number is that number. You're upset about this number. I can see by the look on your face, right? You wanted more. Is this number higher or lower than the number that you picked for yourself last October? Having snapshots and being able to remember those growth milestones is huge, because then all at once he's like, hey, the number is higher than my original goal. Dude, you exceeded your own goals back in March. So now you're working towards my goals, because the goals I had for you were higher than the ones you had for yourself, because I knew you had the potential. So you've already surpassed your own goals. Now you're working towards my goals for you. Okay. And as you're climbing up this, we know that as we make decisions, we're going to have some decisions that have you like 3 steps forward and 2 steps back. It's all right. You're still a step ahead. And that decision, you're making a conscious decision that says, I know there's going to be a growth channel here. I know that there's going to be some effort required. But when I put in that effort, I'm going to get those 3 steps back, right? I'm going to get those 2 steps back, but those 2 steps will grow into 5 steps. And that's how we condition people to grow. It is so rewarding. It's Friday. It is September 3rd, 2021. Labor Day weekend is upon us, folks. I just want to pray. I just want to pray for you that you stay safe, that you make good decisions, that you stay, mostly within your bounds. Everyone's got a different, acceptability for risk and enjoyment and all of these things. And my prayer for you is that you find that combination that works best for you, right? Like I might go out and ride wheelies on a motorcycle this weekend and just giggle and laugh and have a great time. Other people would be like, I would never ride wheelies on a motorcycle. That sounds absolutely stupid. I understand that. Some people are traveling. Some people advised against traveling. Some people are flying. Some people said, I'm never getting on an airplane again. So I'm saying everyone's different. But my prayer for you personally is that you find the perfect combination of enjoyment, risk aversion, maybe just a little bit of risk, right? Enjoy yourself, have fun with your relationships, and just chill. We have time next week to jump in with both feet and really kill it. Now, next week, again, I'm just telling you now, next week, I'm going back to that training environment, teaching 80 people at a time how to take care of the election stations. So you probably won't see consistent messaging from me next week either, but I wanted to let you know what that was about. I'm all about, being consistent and being accountable and being available. But when I do this particular project, it's to me, it's almost like the Great Cycle Challenge when I'm bicycling in September to try and add those miles, right? I'm going to get it done. I'm sold out to it. I'm going to make it happen. And so next week, I'm going to finish up training all the people for the county. And I'm looking forward to a successful election season again. I love you guys. I hope you have a great weekend. And I'll talk